So back in 2023, we had the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, and one of those things we got for the 30th anniversary was this 30th anniversary comic book, which was an anthology series of all these different stories celebrating 30 years of Power Rangers. And one of those stories in there was called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, The Prelude. What this was, it was setting up a brand new miniseries written by Amy Jo Johnson and Matt Hodson that told a story if the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers never broke up. Now, the series came out in February of 2024. It ran for 4 issues. It was really great. But one of the things they did to promote this comic coming out was a Kickstarter where you would get some extra perks with it. And the Kickstarter was really, really successful. It was funded in under 45 minutes, which is crazy because it got the marketing push from Amy Jo, it got the marketing push from the fans, it got the marketing push from Boom. Like, this was really, really successful. And I just want to say, it's really great to have 2 Kickstarters that I funded within the past year arrive within the span of a week. Can you imagine waiting 4 years for a Kickstarter to deliver on its promise, or the release date just keeps getting pushed back and you never see that? That would suck. Now, I should be quiet. I might get doxxed by someone again because someone doesn't like criticism when you bring that up. But let's talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Return, because recently today's a public holiday in Australia, and I thought I'm not going to get any mail today, but I checked my phone, I checked my app, and apparently there was a package waiting at my door, and right beside me here is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Return book, and we're going to unbox it, we're going to look at it, and hopefully I got everything that's in there. So I'm going to unbox this baby, I'm going to put it out on my desk, and we're going to look at everything that came with it. Alright, so let's go over everything I got with this Kickstarter that I backed for MMPR The Return. Now, if you want to hear my full thoughts on the comic, I did a review for each separate issue, but I also compiled it into a super review that I'll leave in the description down below if you want to check out for yourself. But go read MMPR The Return, it's a really great comic. Amy and Matt did a really good job on this comic, and I highly recommend checking it out because we have no idea if we're going to get a sequel at this point. So fingers crossed that Boom Studios and Amy will get to work together in the nearby future, because that comic, it ended on a crazy cliffhanger. I'll just say that much if you haven't read it yet. So let's go over and see what I got. So first off, we'll start with the little things. I got this pin, this bow pin with the pterodactyl, which is really cool. Very glittery, very shiny. I believe that was one of the things that I think I paid for because I like my pins. So this is really cool looking. Next up is some 90s stickers. That look really cool. I'll probably have to seal these up because I don't want to use them. I want to keep these like unused, but I love the 90s feel to it. You've got, you've got the 90s notebook on there, and then you've got all the stickers on there. Very vibing with it indeed. So that's what I got. Also, I'll have to carefully move this around. So I got this print done by Nico Leon, who was the artist on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Return. So these were some of the variant covers that they did, but they made it into one big connecting poster. So I got a little one here, which I might hang up on the wall somewhere or maybe in my room. And then I also got a smaller one here, which is really freaking cool. So this is great. You've got all 6 Rangers. You've got their Zords behind them. This looks great. This looks amazing. Now, one of the other things I got were these prints that have been comic covers, that I don't own any of these comic covers, but they look really freaking amazing. I might have to hang these up as well. So we've got, let me lean back so you can see. So we've got Draken holding the shattered MMPR helmet. We've got the Goni Montez helmet variant, where you see different Rangers put together, and you see some MMPR pink in there, of course. We've got one of the Goni Montez helmet covers as well, of Kimberly holding her helmet, which was one of the issue 0s and issue 1 covers you could get. We've got the Shattered Grid variant, where in the Shattered Grid storyline where Kimberly got to use the Dragon Shield, where this was made a variant as well. So this is looking great as well. We've got Ranger Slayer in her Empress form. I don't know what it's called, but it's her at the end of Draken New Dawn where she has that brand new look to her. This is a really cool suit. This is like a really great suit. And like I said, I don't own any of these variants, but now I've got them as prints, which is really great. And then we've got, of course, the GOAT Ranger Slayer, one of my favorite versions of Kimberly with, I believe this is the issue 8 or 9 cover, if I remember correctly. And this is one of the variants where you have Ranger Slayer standing here with the Grave Sword behind her, and then in the reflection you see Kimberly with her Zord underneath. So this is really great. And let's go over the main meat and potatoes of something that I backed with this project. So one of the things that I did back was getting the hardcovers for this, because there's a soft cover that released later last year, but then it's probably going to get its own boom version of the hardcover that, for people who didn't, I think the hardcover's out already, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'll leave a link in the description down below if it's out there. But I believe the soft cover is out for the trade, and then Boom will probably do their own special, own retail version of the hardcover. But here is the hardcover that I backed. Really nice artwork on here. And you've got it on the back with the comics about. So there's that. And then the artwork in this is really freaking amazing. I don't want to open up and there's going to be a spoiler on the page. Guess that's not a spoiler, but hey, you've got the art here. So this is really freaking cool. So there's that. But one of the things I also got, and it's funny because they kind of look the same and I got really confused, but this one is for, oh no, the thing on the front is different. That makes sense. Okay, so this is for Mighty Morphin Pink, which is something I didn't read when it came out. I know I collected it, but I never read it. And it's been out of I bumped my mic. And it's been out of print for the longest time, so it's really hard to find. So I'm glad they re-released it, and I was able to get it in a hardcover form. So this has got artwork done by who worked on this. Let me bring that open up. So this was written by Brendan Fletcher and Kelly Thompson. I think Kelly Thompson is the, I think they created Jeff the Shark, if I remember correctly. But this was a story done by Brendan Fletcher, Kelly Thompson, written by Brendan Fletcher. Kelly Thompson did chapters 1 to 2, and then Teeny Howard did issues 3 to 6. I think Teeny Howard worked on the Punchline miniseries that came out as well. But artwork is done by Danielle DiNiculo, who does amazing stuff. So let me just open up a random page. So yeah, this is one of the pages we've got here with artwork done by Danielle DiNiculo, which Danielle's great. Danielle did the artwork for Shattered Grid, did the artwork for Necessary Evil, but amazing stuff. But yeah, that's everything I got with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Return with the Kickstarter I backed. I think I got everything in there. I had to quickly go through what I paid for ages by finding all the receipts and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that's everything I got in there. I'm not sure if I was meant to get a signature, if I paid extra for that. But hey, it's what it is. If I meet Amy Jo at a con, I'll get her to sign it, that is for sure. But shout out to Amy. Shout out to Amy. She put out a really good comic last year, and I hope it gets a sequel later down the line. And like I said, it's really great to back a Kickstarter and actually get the stuff that was delivered on and the stuff that I was promised, not waiting 4 years and release dates being pushed back saying that we'll get it eventually. And hopefully that doesn't end with someone threatening to sue me for not answering their DMs. So with that said, I'll say go read Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Return. Definitely check it out. Definitely give it a read. Check out my review if you want to check it out. Like I said, I reviewed each individual issue one by one, and then I compiled them into a mega review as well. So check that out as well if you want to. But with that said, I will catch you guys later. Peace out, take care, and bye.